Over the past few years, we have been waiting for the B23 stock to enter service on the Docklands Light Railway. They were first supposed to enter service in early 2024, but as of June 2025, we are still waiting. First, some background. There are 53 B23 stock trains built by CAF in Spain between 2020 and 2023, being ordered to replace the B90, B92 and B2K stock trains that currently operate on the DLR. Some of these trains have been in service for over 30 years and are nearing the end of their operational lifespans, meaning that a replacement is due. The B23s will also bring a capacity upgrade to the DLR network, with a fleet size increase of over 10 trains, which are equivalent in length to a 3-car B92 train. These trains are also air-conditioned, meaning that you'll no longer have to rely on opening windows to keep you cool during the summer. They also contain other modern features, such as USB charging, newer passenger information screens, and a very stylish interior with a new maquette, giving the very early 2000s current maquette a much-needed successor. The trains are 5 cars in length, equivalent to the length of a 3-car current DLR train, but you'll be able to walk the whole way through the train. But how have the trains got this behind in schedule, and what will this mean for the DLR over the next few months? Well, the £900 billion investment has had multiple hiccups between manufacturing the trains and now. The production of the trains was on schedule, and the trains were delivered to Beckton at the start of 2023. After this, the issues began. First, problems during the live testing of the trains, mainly to do with signalling difficulties. Due to the increase in the fleet size of the DLR with these new trains, Beckton Depot had to be expanded to house the new fleet. However, the contractor behind the depot expansion, known as the Buckingham Group, went into administration in 2023, meaning that construction on the depot had to be paused. For this reason, only 4 out of the 53 trains have made it to the UK, and 36 more are still in Spain in storage. With all these issues in the delivery of the fleet, the current estimated introduction date for the new trains is before the end of this year. The delivery of the deadline is at higher stakes, as some of the B90 and B92 fleet will begin retirement from later this summer. This means that there will be fewer trains than previously to operate the full DLR service. To combat this, a reduced temporary timetable will be in operation from Monday the 21st of July until around the end of the year, which will bring fewer trains on some parts of the network. More specifically, it will suspend the Canning Town to Beckton shuttle service all day, and the peak time Stratford to Lewisham service will not operate south of Canary Wharf. This amended timetable won't be too impactful for the network, as you're only really affected if you live on the Beckton branch or if a cross-platform interchange at Canary Wharf is too much effort for you. Also, there are still plenty of services on both impacted branches, and the capacity upgrade that the B23 stock will eventually bring will make up for the temporary service reduction. The larger fleet also makes way for the future expansions of the DLR network, such as the proposed extension across the river from Galleons Reach to Thamesmead with an intermediate station at Beckton Riverside. If built, this extension would bring a much-needed transport connection to Thamesmead, one of the least connected population hubs in London, currently only served by bus connections. Aside from this extension, more trains equal more capacity on existing routes, which is much needed in an area with so much high-rise development at the moment, as well as linking areas under expansion such as Canary Wharf, Canning Town, Lewisham and Stratford. So, all in all, it hasn't been easy for TfL to introduce a new fleet of trains. A 2-year delay is inconvenient, but not too detrimental for passengers, as the old trains have remained in service so that a normal service has been able to operate. For the next few months, there might be a few less trains on the Beckton and Lewisham branches, which will hopefully be made up for next year when the full rollout of B23 stock trains begin and a more frequent service follows. However, there is also the risk that further issues with the B23 stock arise, causing them to not be able to enter service when expected. This would cause further issues, as with an extended period with a smaller fleet and reduced service would lead to overcrowding on the network. Hopefully, when it does happen, the rollout is a success, as these trains look like a big improvement from the older DLR fleet, and service frequency improvement is always welcome on any transport system. I'll definitely make a video when the new trains enter service, so make sure that you're subscribed and stay tuned for that. Thank you for sticking around for this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why don't you consider subscribing or liking the video? If you haven't already, it's always much appreciated.